Yeah, hello guys. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching Timber Banks. Well, you guys are welcome to the Football Fan Zone with your boy Timber Banks. And guys, I wanted to have a conversation about Kylian Mbappe. I want us to have a decent conversation around Kylian Mbappe because, oh guys, man, the backlash is getting, the critics, the hatred, and everything is getting. Honestly, when you sit back and you look at it from another perspective, it's really, really not a good thing, man, guys. Because we have a player in Kylian Mbappe, whereby he's going through a phase. You know, normally where football go through. We've seen the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo go through such a phase. We've seen Messi sometimes go through such phase as well. But right now, Kylian Mbappe is going through that phase whereby it's actually not really normal to him. He have never gone through a phase of football like what is experienced right now. So I know, guys, as a Madrid supporter and a Madrid fan, I can tell you guys easily. I can say it easily. Real Madrid fans are the most impatient fans in world football. Hear me out, guys. We are we are like we are the impatient fans in football lean history. Real Madrid fans, because we are used to winning. As a Madrid fan, we are used to winning. We don't know what it means sometimes to lose games. We are used to winning games, winning titles, and everything. Real Madrid, we don't play Champions League, we win Champions League. And that's a fact. We don't play Champions League, we win it. We've been in the Champions League for 18 times. And out of that 18 times, we've get to the final, we have won 15. So that's why I said we don't play Champions League final. We win it. Now, coming to Kylian Mbappe, man, like I said, he's going through a phase in his career by he does not know what it is to be at the stage whereby you're not performing and you are receiving such critics. A Real Madrid fan, actually burnt the jersey of Kylian Mbappe. A fan burnt his jersey. And for me, as much you want to blame the dude, I wouldn't really put blame on him. I won't. It's just I think it's just somebody, a fan, showing his frustration. And I understand that. I do. I honestly understand the reason why a fan will criticize or go to such measure. It is because of the love they've got for the club. It is the club. Sorry, it is the love they've got for the club. And as a Madrid fan, we are not used. We're not used to, losing games. Now, one thing about this thing, this is Real Madrid. And if you are going to come into Real Madrid, you might as well make sure you perform. Make sure you perform. Because Real Madrid fans don't have that patience. We don't. We do not have that patience. We want to win like now. We want to win now. We want to win now. You know, one thing is this, man. One thing is this, guys. Um, it's sad to see, like I said. You know, and I just saw Rodrigo is back in training. Rodrigo is back in training. He's back in training. I'm happy to see that. Though I will not rush him, though. I wouldn't rush him. I'm just trying to just look for that article that says Vinicius Junior's jersey was burnt. I'm trying to look it out. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. And it says here on the article, it says a Real Madrid fan shared a video of Kylian Mbappé shirt burning, expressing their frustration. Then they say the caption reads, "My hopes and support for Mbappe are over. Anyone still backing him must have the IQ of a ass fly." Now, what I would say is this, guys, man. I think, like I said, this guy is going through a phase of football whereby he has never been in a situation like this whereby he's not performing. He has never been in a place like this whereby um he's not performing at the top of his game, of which we know. And sometimes the question I want to ask is this, man: can he bounce back and get the form we know, or perform at the level we know he could do? Can he? Big up to you, Manchester United forever. I said, how long could Carlo will survive? I think he will survive. He said, Pep beating himself. Yeah, we're going to get. I'm not going yet to talk about Pep, man. I'm just here to talk about Kylian Mbappé, man. So, do I think he will be able to bounce back to the Mbappe we know? Man, it's going to be difficult. I can't say yes, I can't say no. Because if there's something I know, I've know Mbappe is not the first person that came into Real Madrid and flop. And people have been asking, is he Eden Hazard 2.0? I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not. Because Mbappe is a player that has always wanted to play for Real Madrid. You know, you could say you actually messed up not making the move at the right time. You could say that. But he's a player I know and I believe he can actually perform. Like, guys, man, we are so quick to say Mbappe is crap, is rubbish, is crap. I do so as well. I've done it as well. I have. But yet again, I've done that based on the fact that I was frustrated on the game I'm watching how bad we've been. And that is why you hear me, I call him names like this guy is rubbish, is crap, is Timo Mbappe, is Shane, is this one. I've done that. But let's be realistic, guys. Let's just be realistic, man. Mbappe is not a bad player, guys. He's not. We have seen him, he has done it consistently for PSG. The only thing he was unable to do at PSG is win them their first Champions League. That is the only thing he could not do. We have seen him do it at the biggest stage of football, at the World Cup. Even the World Cup they just concluded, the guy scored hat-trick in the final. So, I think this dude is just in a fray, in a moment whereby he's going through a bad tenor of which we see many players go through. We do. I have seen players go through such a thing. And one thing Kylian Mbappé should know as well is this. If Real Madrid fans will bull Cristiano Ronaldo, who in my opinion is one of the greatest players to ever play football, he was booed. He was booed. And if Madrid fan would boo a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, take it from me, they will boo you Mbappe. They will boo you. Because one thing I always say, I've always believed that Mbappe is a good player. In my own opinion, he's one of the he's one of the best players in the world at the moment. He is. He is. But at this point in time, it's just not happening for Kylian Mbappé. It's not happening. It's not. And I don't know how you get his form back to. I don't know how you do it. I honestly don't know how you get him back to form. I don't know. I've said maybe Carlo Ancelotti should drop him. Save him from the media, save him from the club as well. Because as long as he keeps playing and is not delivering, fans, media will keep going in on him. Because it just takes few people to understand that this guy is going through a bad phase of, at his career. Because guys, I've never seen Kylian Mbappé this bad. I've never. And I don't believe the shirt is too big for Mbappé. I don't believe it. I don't believe Real Madrid as a club is too big for Mbappé. I do not believe it. I honestly do not believe it. But one thing I'll tell you guys here is this, man. This guy was not a player Madrid needed, because already we had the likes of Rodrigo, we had the likes of Vinicius Jr., who have made the left wing his position. And for me, he's more of a versatile player than Mbappe, because we have seen it. I saw Vinicius Jr. play as a striker against Osasuna. Against the last match we played, Leganes. He played as a striker, and Mbappe played from the wing. So, I don't think he's a bad player. And I know he's just in a place whereby he's having now. I think he's getting to doubt himself as well. Because whenever you're going through that phase of football, it happens. Whereby you get to start doubting yourself. Can I do this? Like, can I really, really do this? And Mbappe is in that. That's where Mbappe is right now. That is where he is. But what I believe is this, man. What I would say is Carlo Ancelotti should probably drop him. I've seen people talking about him going to PSG. Man, I don't think he wants to go back to PSG. There is a difference that, as a player, you were sold. And there's a difference whereby you have always dreamt to play for that club. And that no one can, we cannot hide from it. We could not. We can't. Mbappe have always been dreaming to play for Real Madrid. I don't believe the shirt is too big for him. I just think he's in a phrase. He's at this point of his career by whatever he's doing is not working out for him. We have seen incidents whereby they try to boost his confidence. Like most of his goals this season have been penalties. That's in penalties. Of which again we saw against Liverpool, he could not even score that penalty. Because one thing I would say here is this, guys. Assuming Mbappe scored that penalty, that game would not have gone in that same direction it went. And for me right now, this is why I would say it should be dropped, is so that he can actually sit on the bench and watch from the bench and see how this 4-1-2-1-2 formation is being played. Because if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think 4-3-3 works. Except you are playing Vinicius Jr. as the striker. Let me this way right now by Rodrigo is out. I still don't think 4-3-3 works. But the good side of it, against Leganes, he played as a left wing and he had a decent performance. But against Liverpool, it was shambolic. Whereby you add a player like Conor Bradley. No disrespect to Conor Bradley. That little boy is a baller. And ever since I watched him play around our club, he's a baller, man. And if time is not taken, he's going to keep that position for himself. And Liverpool fans, guys, if you guys sell Trent today, you don't have anything to worry about because you have Conor Bradley. He's a good player. This guy actually silenced Kylian Mbappé. He silenced Kylian Mbappé. He just puts in. I said on my reaction video, I said, when Conor Bradley gets home, he brings out his wallet, his car keys, brings out his phone. He's going to bring out Mbappé as well. Because he totally pockets, like he puts him in his pocket, puts Mbappé in his pocket. I don't think Mbappé is a bad player. I can't tell you now that, yes, it's going to come good. Because I do not know. Because sometimes it's not about me as a fan saying he will get back to form. It's about the player himself. Does he think and believe he can actually get back to form? Does he believe? Because wherever that is going, I don't know what's going through his head right now, but you can tell that he's going through a lot. And I'm talking about him going through. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about in his career, his footballing career. He has never been in this kind of a space whereby he's not performing. He's not. But one thing I can tell you guys, man, that Real Madrid team, it's Vinicius Junior team. It's Vinicius Junior. But what I would say is this. My advice would be Don Carlos should try and protect this dude. Drop him as well. Drop him. Because the more he plays game and he's not doing well, the more people will be taking an int on him. And that would also affect his confidence going forward. But if you can drop him, bring him from the bench, just maybe, just maybe. And because let us not act as if it's only happening at Real Madrid. It's not. Because when he goes for France as well, he's not playing well. Because initially, I was looking at it, I was like, I don't understand why he's not playing well. I was looking at thinking that probably the shirt is too big for him. Or the role he's been asked to play is too big for him. But I come to realize, like, no, it can't just be Real Madrid alone. Whenever he goes to France as well, he's not playing well. Let's be honest. He's not playing well. So he's just at that spot in his career whereby he's having a bad phrase. He's having a bad time. Maybe the manager should just drop him from the media, from the fans as well. Because I know my fan base. I know my fan base. We are so impatient. So impatient. You also want to take a look at what Carlo Ancelotti was able to achieve last season. With the kind of injury we had, he was still able to win the Champions League and the La Liga and Super Copa. Right now, we are also having an injury crisis. And does our fans want to hear or use that as an excuse? No. They are calling for his head. Get him sacked. Me as well. Add me to the list. But don't get me wrong, guys. I would still say he should leave because I don't want him to sack him, but I want him to leave on a high. Whereby he leaves, maybe winning the trophy and decide to just drop the job. I would not like them to sack him. I would not. But guys, if you know what Kylian Mbappé can do, or what can actually make him or get him back to the player we know he is, let me know in the comment section, guys. Because the Mbappé we are seeing right now, guys, is nothing close. Is nowhere near to Mbappé we know. Is nowhere near. And the reason why I said is in this phase whereby this is new to him. It's new to Mbappé whereby he goes games, not scoring, not performing. This is a kid we saw at Monaco. We saw what he was able to do at the Champions League. At Monaco, I watched him play at Monaco. I watched him play for PSG. I watched him play for France. So, for me, I just think he's just going through a bad phase at the moment. And I would want the club or my fan base to be patient with him. But also, I would also want the manager to drop him. And when I'm talking about dropping him, I'm not talking he's trash. I'm not saying playing Hendrick is better. No. I'm just saying drop him whereby he gets to watch the game from the bench. When he comes in, he does what he can do. From that way, he will keep getting into the game beat by beat. Unlike playing him every week, whereby fans right now will get irritated because he's not performing. He's not. And for me, I believe it will come good. I honestly believe Mbappé will come good. But I want Carlo Ancelotti to protect him as well. Drop him to the bench. It's not every game he should be starting at this point in time. Not every game. Protect him. We are playing Getafe. You can drop him and play Hendrick. You can. You can. I honestly believe if you can drop Mbappé, let him see. This guy has dropped Vinicius Junior. So drop Mbappé as well, man. Drop him. let him watch the game from the bench. Let him study the game from the bench. Let him come into the games to build his confidence back. Because when you are putting him out there, whereby you had the likes of Vinicius Jr. out, Rodrigo out, now the spotlight goes straight to him, straight up to him. Everybody expects you, Kylian Mbappé, to perform. So score the goals, get the team to win. And at the moment, he's not ready. He's going through a bad time in his career. He is. So what the manager should do is protect the dude, drop him, bring him in from the bench. Or, even though he starts and you can notice that he did not have a good game in the first half, maybe give him another 10 minutes, 15 minutes in second half. Take him out as well. Honestly, take him out. But I don't know what other people's opinion will be like. This morning opinion. Everybody's entitled to his or her own opinion. So, guys, let me know what you guys think on the comment section. Engage with me. Feel free. We're going to take time to discuss about it, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Do have a lovely day ahead. Don't forget, guys, we are doing watch along today as well. Doing watch along as well. Big up to everybody, man.